Okay, so some people wonder how we winter in our coach bus, and we are in Indiana right now, parked at a friend's house for a few weeks before heading to Michigan and then off to Colorado eventually, because I have some singing contracts in Colorado. But anyway, here in Indiana, the temperature's been kind of crazy. The lows at night have been -3, -5. During the day, the highs have been 9, 8, 5 Fahrenheit. This coming weekend, I think Monday night, it's Friday right now, the low will be -13. So we do get some cold up here. The lowest temperature we've ever recorded while staying in the coach was a -22 last winter in Michigan. And I just wanted to show you guys exactly how we keep our water from freezing. It's very simple. What we do is I don't keep my hose connected to my friend's hose spigot. I just connect it to fill my fresh water tank with water, then disconnect the hose from my hose connection at the tank and put it back in his heated garage. So the hose is 100 feet long, just coiled up in his garage, laying there on the floor. And then when I go to fill the tank up with water, I turn the hose on full blast so that there's water running through the hose quickly. And then I pull that hose with running water all the way out 100 feet to the coach, kink the hose so I can actually attach the connection to my tank fill, and unkink it, let the water flow in. And then my tank has an automatic shutoff. It's one of those float valves that you find in a stock tank that fills stock tanks for cows or horses or something. So it floats and then it turns off the water automatically. If I don't keep an eye on the water level, when it does that, the water flow stops and the hose freezes. It's one of these Gravity Zero or G0 hoses, so it can freeze and expand, and it's pretty much okay. I don't know how long it'll last doing that, but so far it's been okay. So long story short, let me show you exactly how I'm doing this. And it's pretty cold right now. I think it's probably, I don't know, 8 or 9 degrees here. Okay, so this is my freshwater tank. You can see that. It's 150 gallons, which makes all the difference. I can go a week on it. I have a family of 3.5. I have one on the way, due in February. So 150 gallons lasts a long time. You can see there's my 40-gallon hot water heater. This plumbing is a mess because I've attached some stuff recently, and I haven't had a chance to clean it up. But that will be cleaned up this summer when it's warmer. So that's my 150-gallon holding tank. The bay is heated by a 1,500-watt cube heater. So I'm going to go ahead and close that. You can see the connection there to drop the water into the tank. Now, I'm going to go ahead and close this luggage bay. So, now I'm going to go to the other side and show you how I have the hose connected. Now, you can see there's the hose all the way back to the house. It's really long. It is cold out here. Okay, now in this luggage bay, there's my black tank. Let's ignore that. So there's my little hose connection right here. You can see it there. And I have one of those on each side, so I can fill the coach regardless of which side there's a spigot on. I can fill it, the tank, either way. Now, right here, you can kind of see it, is my water pump. Okay, that is a jet pump. It's from Home Depot. It's like a $200 FlowJet, whatever, jet pump. And that pulls the water from my tank and sends it throughout the coach. So I have house water pressure in there. It's actually set to 45 PSI or 50 PSI. So I have really good house water pressure. And it just pulls off the tank. So I fill up the tank and then I have water for a week or more if I'm really careful. In the summertime, I have that retractable hose reel that connects me to city water, so that in the summer the pump doesn't even run. I'm just connected to city water through that retractable 50-foot hose, and it works really, really well. And you can see my messy plumbing lines there, hot and cold. Anyway, so that's how I get water. And obviously, like I said, this bay is heated with a little cube heater that's sitting there, and it's set to just keep things above freezing. So it's not exactly warm, but it definitely doesn't freeze. And like I said, we've had this set up down to -22 without any issues. And this luggage bay, you know, they're not heated. They're just open. Basically the heat just that stays there is what the heat that can stay there. The rest of it gets thermally transferred through the metal out to the world. So not the most efficient. Someday I would love to insulate the luggage bays, but not a project for this time of year. So that's how it works, very simple. And if you like to winter while in your coach, that is one way you can keep your water from freezing, is by just filling up your tank and disconnecting your line. Something that's probably very common, but for those of you who have never wintered up north in a coach, just some good information to know.